Hi, my name is Philip Chardin. I'm the principal at City Arts and Tech High School, and I am looking forward to telling you a little bit more about the school. So let's get started right away. We are in the Excelsior District. We're a very small school, only about 250 students. And before we get started, just a reminder, there is translation available throughout the day at all presentations. Also, just a heads up, this is a recorded presentation. So if you are not interested in being recorded, I just make sure to turn off your video. Okay, so we're City Arts and Tech High School. Again, very small school, Excelsior District, 250 students. This is my 7th year at the school, and I love it. It's a great school, and I want to tell you a little bit about what to expect if you were to enroll. Now, before we get started, I'm going to skip right over to the next slide after this and tell you a little bit about our general approach toward enrollment. But through this presentation, you'll learn about the CAP program, you'll learn about how to enroll, and Miss Monica will be here as well. Miss Monica is our enrollment specialist. She is also a parent of a City Arts and Tech student, and so she is a great resource to answer all your questions about the school. So what I always tell all families and all students before getting started is that our application process is a little bit different. It's not part of the SFUSD lottery. We have a separate application. So you go online, es-cat.org/enroll, and that's where you apply for our school. Now, last year, we were able to accept all students that applied, and I hope this year we'll be able to do the same. We do have a lottery, but we have enough space and room for everyone and still have like a very small number of students. And so it's a good situation that we have going that we look to continue. And I recommend that all families apply to all schools that they're interested in. So do the SFUSD lottery, do other schools you might be interested in, apply to CAT. And then when you hear back from everyone, you have your options of where you got in, and you can make a good, smart choice about what you're doing. Of course, I hope you end up deciding to come to CAT, but all in all, it's in your interest to apply everywhere, and that includes CAT. So I would definitely recommend putting in your application. Let's watch a short video. This is the best we can do for a tour for the moment, as the school is closed, but it does give you a little idea of what school is like and who our students are.
I think success for any student, and especially for CAT students, is ensuring that they have every option available to them when they graduate from here. Our graduation requirements are lined up with what's required to go to a four-year university, and our mission is to make sure to get students to a university. But there's a wide array of different options that kids engage in, and we want to make sure that by the end of their time here, they're prepared for any of those options.
I say my favorite part about CAT, I say the sense of community. Like, I came from a middle school where I really didn't get along with none of my teachers, and no one really understood me. But I feel like when you come to CAT, it's just like, people actually care about you, actually care about your situation. So that was the one thing that caught my eye. Like, they really care.
I feel like CAT, they really emphasize how important college is and like how helpful it can be to you, and they really give you the skills and like the space to really grow as a learner, to then feel prepared to go into college.
We want all our students to be known, loved, and challenged here at CAT. And we do that by making sure that as a small community, we get to know each other. We have a positive school environment for all the students. And additionally, our model for portfolio defense makes sure that students are challenged and ready for a four-year university.
So one of the things I love about this video is it illustrates some of our great strengths, and I think the biggest one being our school environment, school community. The two students there are students who still in contact. They've graduated, they've moved on, and are really successful. Kier is over at San Francisco State and is doing great. Araceli, the second student, is down at UCLA. She's studying to be a neurosurgeon. She's doing very well also. And I know their families, I know them, I stay in contact with them. And so City Arts and Tech is really like a small family. It's a place where your student is looked out for, where there's advocates that are trying to make sure that they are successful. So a little bit more about our program. Our mission is really around preparing students for college, career, and life. So everything we're doing is getting them ready for that, just as was stated in the video. And we do that through a couple of focus areas. One, we do definitely have a strong emphasis on the arts. You can see here, this is Derek working on his mural design final project. We have one of the only A through G approved mural design courses in the state of California. We have other great art classes at all levels. Technology is kind of spread throughout the school in different ways, but the arts is something that really sets us apart. Mentioned in the video was portfolio defense. This is a program in 10th and 12th grade where students do presentations of their learning. It is something that really prepares students for college. Our alumni come back and they say, this is what got me ready to be able to participate in a college class and present my learning with confidence. And so it's a great process that really pushes students to be ready for college. And then in terms of community, we have advisory every single day with students. Their advisor is their advocate. That's the person looking out for their grades, looking out for their progress, and in contact with families on a regular basis. And that really helps students build their sense of belonging at the school. We have students coming from all different middle schools, probably about 20, 23, 24 different middle schools that we serve. And so most students, everybody comes in feeling kind of new. But there's a good small environment where we get to know each other and build connections in class and with peers. Here are some information I'm really proud of to share with you about CAT. One is our acceptance into four-year colleges, specifically CSUs and UCs. We're at about 70% of students. And then what's even better, I would say, than getting 70% of students into four-year colleges is that as of right now, 100% of our students are accepted to college and enroll as of last year, and historically that's been true as well. We really put an emphasis on making sure that students are prepared for that next step. We want to support all possible next steps. There are other options too, but we are definitely a college prep school and make sure that students are ready for that option. And that usually supports other options that kids are interested in too. So to kind of start to sum things up, very small school, 250 students in total. Average class size about 17. So some classes are a little bit bigger, some are a little bit smaller. I was in a class the other day that was about 12 students in total. 7-to-1 student teacher ratio, and daily advisory, as we mentioned, is something that exemplifies what we do. I'll briefly just share with you a couple of stories of students to close things out. And I think these students show kind of the range of who comes to our school. So you have students like Katab. Katab it says accepted to UC Santa Barbara. He ended up going to UC Irvine. And Katab was a youth commissioner for District 6. He also led the Muslim Student Association. So he did stuff outside school and he did stuff inside school too. We have many clubs, many activities that students can participate in. We have Shantae down here. Shantae is going to Grambling State University, which is a HBCU, historically Black college or university in Louisiana. She participated Black Student Union at CAT, and then 100% college prep and outside program as well. And again, you have that balance of participating in some of the activities and offerings that we have at the school, and also engaging in connections and partnerships we have in the community. Alex went to CSU East Bay, a local school. We do internships in 12th grade, and he did his internship at a school. Now students choose all kinds of places. Could be animal shelter, it could be a tech company, it could be a library. He chose the school. And he went back to his middle school, really enjoyed his experience there, and is studying education at CSU East Bay. And then lastly, Ilse is going to Otis College of Art and Design. Otis College of Art and Design is a prestigious art school down in Los Angeles. She had to present her art portfolio, and a lot of the work that she did at the school was part of what she submitted. She did an incredible mural in the cafeteria. And so it was no surprise to see her continue in the arts. And that was supported through her work at CAT. We have lots of different opportunities for students to get involved, be it in arts, be it in clubs and activities. We have a strong sports program. We had a couple of students that went to college on soccer scholarships in particular, but have basketball, volleyball, track and field was up and coming, as well as soccer, cheer. So a lot of sports opportunities, a lot of partnerships in the community. So we have organizations that we work with to get students set up and involved and engaged in their development as both as students educationally and just as young people in general. So we have a good setup that I hope you apply for and hope you consider as part of your potential journey into high school. So next week we have a shadow day. Miss Monica will tell you more about that in a few minutes. The application is open, es-cat.org/enroll. And Miss Monica is really a great point person through this whole process. So Emrazon at es-cat.org. We have my number, 9640273, and then Miss Monica's number, she'll share it as well. You can keep up with us on Instagram and on Facebook at City Arts and Tech. Gives you a good idea of what our students are up to and what we're doing overall. But again, hope you apply. And after you get all your applications in, highly encourage you to consider coming. It's a great small school, supportive environment, and we'll get you ready for college. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate your time. And Ms. Monica will help you from here.